So my name is Edward O'Riordan. I'm the Beef Enterprise Leader based here at Teagasc Range. And today's day, we're calling it Beef 2016, which is the main Teagasc beef event for the year. So the purpose of today really is to focus on technologies or information and things that farmers can do at farm level that they can use to impact and influence their farm profitability. So very often we think about things outside of our control, like world market prices, European policy, or even our neighbouring country deciding to leave, so we have Brexit. And we get worried about those things, of course we do, and rightly so. But the reality is they have little influence on farm activity, or they have little influence on things you can do as a farmer. So we're asking today for farmers to focus on what are the things within your farm that you can use and influence to change farm profitability. So the entire focus then today is looking at, we're taking the beef from the suckler herd, beef from the dairy calf herd, we're looking at grassland management, genetics, animal breeding, herd fertility, and all of those. And we're speaking to farmers about what are the main drivers of profitability on those systems, okay. So then after that, farmers will have a chance to go and see and discuss those items in much more detail in what we're calling technology villages. So there's a village given over to some of the main themes introduced on the first 5 stands. And in those villages, farmers can spend all day, if they wish, speaking about whether it's health, breeding the herd, beef economics, feeding the cattle. So there's an entire chance for farmers to spend the entire day focusing on one particular aspect of their farming or more. Then we move on later on, we have an area on farm sustainability, where we're really looking at things like, making better use of farm fertilisers, whether it's the bag fertiliser, organic fertilisers. We're looking at the broader issue of sustainability in terms of carbon footprinting, everything from drainage to gloss schemes and all of that. So they're all important, all things that are going to impact on farmers' lives in the future. We also have a village given over to grassland, and there's 2 broad parts to that. The first is that we're saying for farmers to utilise their grass properly, the cattle to utilise it properly, they need a proper infrastructure. An infrastructure means a proper road system on the farm where stock can be moved and machinery moved, but it also means having a proper paddock system where grass can be controlled. So having got the fertility right, the lime P and K, we're putting infrastructure in place, and farmers will see how that can be done and the costings accordingly. Having got our fertility right and our infrastructure in place, the next thing is, can farmers grow more grass? And the main focus there then is on ways of reseeding pasture. So we all know about the traditional way of ploughing and reseeding and sowing seed. There are alternative options, cheaper options, such as maybe simply burning off the grass, disking, direct stitching and so on. That's on display, will be on display today, and the costs of all those things, okay. So farmers will have some interest in that because it's directly applicable to their farming environment. Likewise, we have a section on education because we will say that knowledge is king. And for any young person going back farming, as well as having the know-how, they need to understand the farming enterprise, the farming system. And really having an education, formal education, is important in that, and that's part of the development here too. We also have, or will have, a demonstration on livestock in terms of selecting a suckler cows, drafting animals for sale, and there's an interest in farmers for that type of a demonstration. One of the final villages we deal with farm safety. We recognise that, farms are a great place to work and to live, but it's also a dangerous place to be. And we're trying to highlight among farmers today that, things you need to watch for and be careful of. So we have a large display here, an extensive display of issues at farm level that can give rise to accidents and how they can be changed and managed to minimise the risk of accidents. And that will be important to every farmer. And the final part of the day then is later on in the afternoon, we'll have a farmers forum where we've asked young farmers to come in, speak to us about their future in beef, why they're in beef and where they see themselves going. And that should be a great chance for farmers to interact with those and see where they are. The main focus of today is for young people to come in, or anyone to come in, just see, hear, and hopefully take away information here today that they can use on that farm at home. So it's a case of they come in, listen to what's being said, and if they want to get an example, they visit the Better Farm Village, where their farmers who have worked to a farm plan have embraced some of the technology that Teagasc talk about, be it better breeding, better feeding of livestock, better grassland, and in doing so they have improved their farm profitability. So we're asking farmers to come see that and hopefully embrace the same idea.